Hello, this is Mackenzie Green. I'll be presenting today about attitudes from relational psychology. This week, I was assigned to reflect on my own attitude. I chose Wednesday, where I had a very busy day. I was surprised at the fluctuation in my attitude and how the external stimuli of my day really affected my attitude. I felt conflicted when I caught myself stuck in a negative attitude and didn't know how to get myself into a positive attitude. Throughout the day, my attitude fluctuated. It was a busy day with a lot of external stimuli and changes. I unexpectedly had to work at one of my jobs and ended up stuck there until just before my shift at my next job started. This made me very anxious. I was focusing on my negative attitude at the situation I was stuck in. I struggled to see the positive. But as I was reflecting for this assignment, I told myself, I wonder if there's a way I can change my attitude. So I focused on the good things, such as I got paid to be at work, and working my extra job would give me extra money, and that working my other job would give me more experience in my chosen field, which is healthcare. And I reminded myself that I always enjoy going to work. It was just a matter of changing my perspective, my perceptions of the day. My hypotheses regarding attitudes are: attitudes can be quick subconscious judgments. Some people can remain neutral with stable attitudes, while others react intensely to external stimuli, such as myself, with frequently changing attitudes and moods. In the textbook, Sabates writes, attitudes are generally considered to be summary evaluative reactions of a target that include dimensions such as good or bad, harmful or beneficial, and likable versus unlikable. We tend to jump to those conclusions right away based on our perceptions of the scenario. Right from the textbook, there are 4 different functions of attitude. Self-expression, and that can be anything from trying to impress other people or maybe just our default of how we respond to things. Organization of our complex social world. We are constantly being bombarded by different stimuli, whether that is from the internet or from reading to interacting with people face to face in our school scenarios or our work scenarios or our family scenarios. Impression management, this goes back to trying to impress other people or maybe decide how we are making people see us as when we go back to that that self-perception and that social interaction piece. And then increased connection with similar others. Last week we talked about the in-group versus out-of-group. So this would be maybe I'm spending time with my in-group and I naturally tend to reflect the attitude of that in-group. Some scriptures about attitudes are Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. And that's just talking about whether we choose to have a joyful heart or a sad heart. And sometimes those happen just subconsciously, but then we have the power to decide to stick with that attitude or to work on a positive attitude. Then we have Galatians 5, verses 22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. And that talks about how our attitudes can be reflected in our salvation and that we have the power from the Holy Spirit to have those positive attitudes that are pleasing to God. And then lastly, Philippians 4, verse 8. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. God commands us to focus our minds on those things, to think about those things, not just hope our attitude will be okay depending on our situations, because I think we all know that it's easy to let our attitudes and our moods kind of be tossed around by whatever's going on. Today I took my information from our textbook, Social Psychology and Christian Perspective, and then from the Bible. Thank you for watching.